On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And give him a gain of 37. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he stopped immediately there. Derek Morgan in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Green 80. Green 80.
Again, it's Yeldon. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Daquan Jones able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Spread right, 72.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh? Worse? Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of errors for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with his...
And I think the ball's out. He may try and run for this. It's picked up by the Titans.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And all the way down to the 26. It's a big run that time by Henry. Give him 58 yards on the ground. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Let's go.
From the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
No, the easy answer is nothing because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this, the Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Bortles. Flushed out right. He can run. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Marcel Darius able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Here's Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And the hit Jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Miles Jack able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Bortles now on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
380.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Derek Morgan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing now is Bortles. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got some space here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
To throw is Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Left side, caught by Matthews. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout.
as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Bortles. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. With it is Jackson. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Adoree Jackson on the return. Able to slither by. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A 1st down carry for Henry. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To throw Mariota, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith from 4 yards out, and the Titans are able to strike for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Morgan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here we go on fourth down with Bortles. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Following the interception here, Mariota toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Mariota to throw it. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. In for the score. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. Now Mariota. And incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you... I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Cole. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
go, let's go.
Bortles now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago, Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did. And if I'm not incorrect, his goal when he started this to help all the people was $200,000.
$41.6 million minus $200,000. That's a pretty good margin there.
That's a heck of a margin. Congratulations to J.J. Watt, his foundation, and to everyone who contributed to help out the people in Houston.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Orakpo able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe.
Bananas Westbrook complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A big gain of 31 on third down. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Bortles. Flushed out right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Bortles got to have this one. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Morgan. Getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They begin with Henry, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Incomplete. Matthews, the intended target. Third down here.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Let's go, let's go.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Being chased out left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now they go screen, it's complete. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of...
And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 50 yards. On first and 10, here's Kessler. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Second and 10 now. Kessler once more. Forced out to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
That escapes us. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on fourth down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go, let's go.
Mariota now on second down. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And an alley to run. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing here, Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. He won't go down. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second down, Mariota. And this will be caught. It's Matthews for the Tennessee touchdown. Rashard Matthews from 13 yards out. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperate, he's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 41 yards. On 1st down, Kessler dancing to his left. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down and leave themselves with enough room to stay in back.